God. No.
So you're an atheist?
Yes.
Why?
I don't think there's enough proof to say that there is a God.
If I gave you proof, would you change your mind?
Yeah, it would have to be pretty good proof.
I can give you pretty good proof. Absolute scientific proof in about 1 minute. Should we give it a try?
Sure.
Every building is proof of a builder. Every painting is scientific proof of a painter. We know that because a building cannot build itself, it's impossible, and a painting cannot paint itself. Builder could have died 100 years ago, but you know there was a builder because the building's there. Painter could have died 300 years ago, but you know there was a painter because paintings don't paint themselves. Creation is evidence of a creator. Flowers and birds and trees, the sun, the moon, the stars, puppies and kittens, male and female, the seasons, the fruits, all these things are evidence of the genius of God's creative hand. An atheist believes the scientific impossibility that nothing created everything. That's your alternative. That's where you fall back to. If you believe there was no creator, then everything was created by nothing, not from nothing, but by nothing, and that's scientifically impossible. Nothing cannot create anything because it's nothing.
You know, what he was saying sounded good, and that's the argument that many Christians like to make towards me, that if there is a creation, then there must be a creator. Not necessarily, but he was making a good argument, first starting out with, human base level things on the matter plane of existence. If there is a building, then there must be a creator. Or you should say creators. Because oftentimes in the plans to design a building, there are often multiple people who are involved in the planning and designing of the building itself and in the construction of it. So instead of there being a creator, there can be creators. Instead of there being one person who makes the painting, there can be multiple people who participate in the painting. So your logic there doesn't insinuate that there is only one creator, but there can be multiple gods, the pantheon of gods that participated in the creation of the universe. So you didn't necessarily prove that there is a God, but there could be a possibility of multiple gods. What you also did not prove in that example is that there could be the possibility of any of the gods. It doesn't prove that the Christian God is the God. It doesn't prove that the Brahma is the God. It doesn't prove that Allah is the God. It could be any God of my choosing that could be the God. And all of your evidence is circumstantial at best as far as the existence of this God. All of your stories that would validate whether or not it is your God over someone else's God is all based on circumstances of who won wars and who defeated other people and whose story was then chosen by the government. It's as simple as that. But where you really messed up is when he started saying that an atheist believes that nothing created the universe, and since nothing can come from nothing, then therefore the atheist in this case must be wrong. That is not, although I am not, and I'm not speaking for all atheists because I'm not one, but that is not the premise of the lack of evidence of your creator, or if there is a creator or possibly not a creator, the agnostic thought process. It is the mere fact that atheists, everyone that I've spoken to and have seen, recognizes there is no such thing as nothingness. That in the fullness of the universe, every aspect of the universe is full. If I handed you a cup that is devoid of liquid, is the cup empty? Well, no, it's not empty. There's air molecules, there's atoms, there's dust, there's things at a microscopic level that you can't see that's inside that cup, but the cup is full. When you pour liquid into the cup, you are displacing the air and anything else that was in there and moving it out to fill other space. So there's no such thing as nothingness. So the whole premise that he tries to make, that nothingness created the universe, is already found laughable because nobody believes that. Now, does a creator have to be involved to create? Well, let's look at the universe. The overwhelming majority of the universe is not in order, but yet is chaotic. We got asteroids and comets and planets and stars and galaxies flying in different directions, colliding with each other, most planets that we have that are viewable to us are devoid of life and serves, you know, what is their purpose? What is the purpose that they're serving? Gas giants with tornadoes and storms ravaging it, super humid like it is right now, super humid Venus, and where life can't exist, you know, dry, barren rocks. Like the majority of our solar system is uninhabitable, except for one little planet in the habitable zone that has water. And when we look at the scale of things, there are billions of galaxies, there are quadrillions of stars, and out of all those galaxies and stars, even if 1% had planets in the habitable zone of those stars, it would be hundreds of millions of Earth-like life on those planets. But that's a whole lot of waste of space that we are the only type of life that can exist in the universe. And based on what we've seen, for the most part, we are the only type of life that we know of that can exist. So that's not a good design. It sounds more like natural cause and effect is what created the universe. That energy is transmuting from one thing to another thing, being atoms, atomic structures, and molecules being attracted to one another based on the natural instinctiveness of the universe, created the atoms and the molecules, got in frequency to create the singularity, got in frequency to explode after so much energy buildup, and then as things exploded out, things landed where they landed, built by what they were built by, simply because of the cause and effect of other things. An asteroid hits this planet and the planet moves here, and it happens to be in the perfect place for this size star to be in the habitable zone, and over billions of years life emerges on that planet. The creator of the universe is instinctive cause and effect, not your gods, not some being, some consciousness of being. No, the universe already had a collective consciousness, whether active or inert, and that manifested itself into all the cause and effects that created the universe. There is actually no reason for a God and single individual being to create the universe. The universe created itself of the consciousness of itself. It is its own self-creation. That is the creation of the universe, not Yahweh, Allah, Brahma, not Quetzalcoatl, none of them. So, I want to hear your thoughts. And always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.